Okay. This will be an interesting one if we can make this look good. It's a challenge. Alright, now I'm just going to set this up. Enlargement. I think it's going to be that. I could be wrong. I think we're just going to save it till when we put it on the glass, the original. So I'm wondering if we're going to leave it at standard, and going to leave it there. We're not going to touch that. We're going to reverse it. So we're going to need to make a background colour. So we're going magenta. So that means we're going to be using some of these features here, therefore, to give it hopefully a better result. So let's see how we go with our colours. If we're going to leave out the red, we don't want the magenta to turn red. I'm wondering if we can just leave the hue. We're not going to touch that, so I'm thinking we're going to just use the copy density, and we're going to use the contrast. So we can't use that with contrast. So let's see how we go making this look good. See how it works. It's not an easy one. This one's not an easy one, so let's see if we can really make it look nice. It's a really nice original. Anyway, it is a What's On guide, North Sydney Community Centre. Another community centre type original. So I'm thinking, how big is it going to be? Because I don't want the writing, I just want the picture. So it's going to be a little bit bigger than an A6, and it's an A6 that way. It's going to be a bit bigger than an A6, or maybe, I don't know, we're going to just maybe cut it off at 200%. So I'm thinking we're going to make this one, going to just make it simple and put it at 200. And we're just going to line that up like so. So this is the one we're doing. Oops, I just bumped the dock feeder. Sorry, folks. A bit clumsy. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. And let's see if we can make this look good. So hopefully the background colour has taken to the image. Yeah, we have the background colour on there, on these two. Doesn't look all that nice. I do think we have to, and we've got to reverse it back to the original and see what happens. We've got to do it. This is a challenging type of job, so I'm wondering if we're going to change the controls or if we're just going to take this. And I'm just wondering if we're going to keep it. I just can't decide. It's really hard to decide what I want to do. So I'm going to throw that to the recycle, and we're just going to take this and we're going to use this as our master copy, and we're going to have to, we have to turn off the enlargement now. I don't know how this is going to look, if this is going to be any good or whatever. So we're going to change it from magenta, and we're going to take it to another colour. I'm thinking it's going to be yellow. Yellow's the happy colour, as I like to refer to it as. I'm wondering if we're going to do more work on the colour. We're going to now maybe add some red and some cold hue. I don't know how this is going to work, whether I'm fucking around or not. See how it goes. It's not an easy thing to do, this one, so we're just going to put this to the top like that. Just going to put our butterflies at the top like so. I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to have to enlarge it slightly, I do think. So now we're just going to now switch over to copied paper, and hopefully this will look like a really nice treat. So this is our master copy for this particular stage in the job. I'm hoping it's going to come up colourful. That black area, that area that looks purpley black, will become yellow. And yes, it's yellow. It looks nice. I do think that the hue there looks a bit shit, but the yellows come up a real treat. So I'm going to also overlap and enlarge out the image. So we're going to make a little bit of an alteration because we've got an orange looking hue on, I think it's the hue. So we're going to stick the hue in the middle. Going to keep the red in play, I think. So now we're just going to, so I'm wondering which part's going to go to the top of the glass. We're going to put it up here this time. So we're just going to switch it around. It might work better that way. So we're just going to overlap the edge of onto the glass like we normally do. Hopefully we won't cut off too much of the butterflies on this image. So we're just going to go there and there, and we're just going to add some enlargement to here. So we're going to make one is going to be, whoops, I didn't hit that properly, silly thing, 104 and 104. So let's see how this looks. But at least the yellows come up nice. The yellow looks really good. And it's a happy colour. It's a colour I associate with happiness and brightness. Cheerfulness. It's not like blue, which to me is sadness and depression and whatever, feeling rotted. Anyway, that looks a lot better. I'm wondering if we can do more, if we're going to leave it like that and we're going to turn this into our mirror. The magenta's become more magenta now rather than that yucky orange. And there is some variegation in the colours there. So we're now going to set this up for a mirror image. So this will be printed off straight off our master copy. We didn't have to make an intermediate master copy, which is nice. But this looks a lot better. So it looks painterly. It's got a painted look about it. Even though I've manipulated the colours, it still looks like a nice painted look. Even though I'm not a person who paints and draws, and I find it quite boring, I still appreciate the appearance that it's painted. It looks really nice. Anyway, let's just get this thing set up so we can do our remaining two parts, which are the mirror image. So we're just going to set this on there for 2 copies. Okay. Alright, out it comes. Let's see how we go with this being the centre of our page. Okay. So we're just going to line these up neatly. I'm hoping I can get these in neat and tidy without any problems. So those are lined up there. It's the green butterfly. This is not going to look like a butterfly in the middle. It's an interesting design that it looks. Okay, we'll just move that around a bit. We'll just see, it's a bit gappy at the top there, but it might be because the paper's lifting a bit. So I think we nudged that one a little bit. It's not easy trying to line these up, but anyway, I think we can call, that looks alright. It's not perfect, but it looks really nice. I think now we can call this butterfly demo quits.